Hello, everyone. I'm Francesca, the founder and content creator of Voices Under Pressure, a site and blog dedicated to workers and the challenges in the world of work and beyond. Today, I want to tackle a very serious topic, gaslighting. Are you familiar with it? Stay with me, as in this video, I'm going to explain this concept in detail and offer help to those who might be affected by it. Gaslighting, a form of psychological manipulation, can be particularly insidious and damaging. It's important to recognize its signs, understand its impact, and know how to respond to it. So, let's dive into this topic and shed some light on gaslighting. Thanks for watching and see you later.
Have you ever questioned your own sanity or reality due to someone else's persistent manipulation? If yes, you might have been a victim of gaslighting. Gaslighting, a term you may have heard floating around in pop psychology or in the midst of a heated conversation, is a form of psychological manipulation. It's a subtle yet dangerous tactic that can be used in various types of relationships, be it romantic, platonic, familial, or even professional. In essence, gaslighting is the act of manipulating someone into questioning their own thoughts, memories, and the events occurring around them. This can lead to the victim doubting their own memory, perception, or sanity. The manipulator's ultimate goal? To gain power and control. The term gaslighting originates from a 1938 play called Gaslight, where a husband manipulates his wife to make her believe she's losing her mind. He dims the gas lights in their home, and when his wife points it out, he insists she's imagining things, thus making her question her own perception of reality. Gaslighting can be incredibly destructive and is often used by individuals who are narcissistic or possessive, as they strive to establish dominance and control in their relationships. It's a way of weakening another person's self-esteem and self-confidence, often to the point where they no longer trust their own judgment. This form of manipulation can occur in various relationships. It can be a husband making his wife question her own memory, a friend making you doubt your own perception of a situation, or even a parent making their child believe they're overreacting to their abusive behavior. It's not limited to personal relationships, though. Gaslighting can also occur in professional settings, where a boss or colleague might try to undermine your confidence in your own abilities. The effects of gaslighting are far-reaching and can lead to feelings of confusion, anxiety, and depression. It's a form of emotional abuse that can have long-lasting effects on the victim's mental health. Gaslighting is a tactic used to gain power and control, often leaving the victim feeling confused and unsure of their own reality. Imagine a couple, where one person consistently undermines the other's experiences and perceptions. Let's delve into a real-life case study. Meet Jane and John in a seemingly ordinary romantic relationship. However, behind the scenes, John would often negate Jane's feelings and experiences, subtly manipulating her into believing that her perceptions were incorrect. This, my friends, is a classic example of gaslighting. John would often dismiss Jane's feelings, saying things like, "You're just too sensitive," or "You're imagining things." He would consistently invalidate Jane's experiences, always reframing the narrative to suit his perspective. If Jane ever tried to confront him about his behavior, he would twist the conversation, turning himself into the victim and making Jane feel guilty for even bringing it up. This persistent undermining of Jane's reality led to a severe impact on her self-esteem and confidence. She began doubting her own judgment, questioning her memory, and second-guessing herself. This is one of the most insidious effects of gaslighting. It erodes the victim's trust in their own perceptions and intuition. Over time, Jane found herself becoming increasingly dependent on John for validation of her experiences and feelings. The more he gaslighted her, the more she sought his approval, creating a vicious cycle of emotional dependence and manipulation. The irony here is that Jane, like many victims of gaslighting, didn't even realize what was happening. Gaslighting is such a subtle form of manipulation that it often goes unnoticed until the damage has been done. It's like the proverbial frog in boiling water, oblivious to the danger until it's too late. Remember, gaslighting is not about love or concern, it's about control. It's about one person asserting their power over another, manipulating their reality to maintain dominance. It's a form of psychological abuse that can have long-lasting impacts on the victim's mental health. In this scenario, the victim starts doubting their own judgment, making them more dependent on their partner. Gaslighting is not limited to personal relationships. It can also occur in professional settings. Let's delve into a real-life case study that reveals how gaslighting can creep into the workplace. Picture this. You have Jane, a diligent worker who is well respected by her colleagues. Jane's manager, however, has a different perspective. He constantly belittles her skills and accomplishments, and whenever Jane attempts to defend herself, he dismisses her concerns as overreactions or misunderstandings. Over time, Jane begins to feel like she's walking on eggshells, second-guessing her every move and decision. She becomes overly cautious, fearing that she'll make a mistake and give her manager another reason to criticize her. This is a classic sign of gaslighting, the instilling of doubt in the victim's mind about their own abilities and perceptions. Now let's examine the impacts. Jane, once confident and assertive, starts to lose faith in her abilities. She feels increasingly anxious and insecure, leading to a noticeable dip in her work performance. Her colleagues, who once admired her competence, now see her as someone who's lost her edge. The gaslighting doesn't stop there. Jane's manager, seizing on her insecurity, starts to subtly shift the blame for his own mistakes onto her, and Jane, already questioning her competence, starts to believe that she might indeed be at fault. This is another key sign of workplace gaslighting, the shifting of blame onto the victim. Jane's story illustrates how gaslighting can poison a professional environment. It's an insidious form of manipulation that can break down a person's self-esteem and sense of reality, leading to serious mental health issues like anxiety and depression. It's also a reminder of how important it is for organizations to foster a culture of respect and open communication. When employees feel safe and valued, they're less likely to fall victim to gaslighting and more likely to contribute positively to the workplace. The victim in this case may begin to question their competence, leading to a decrease in work performance and self-esteem. The psychological impact of gaslighting can be profound, leading to serious mental health issues. To understand the gravity of these effects, imagine a tree. A healthy tree stands tall, its roots firmly planted in the ground, providing shelter and life. Gaslighting, however, is like a relentless storm, gradually eroding the soil around the tree, weakening its roots, and leaving it vulnerable. This metaphor serves to illustrate the long-term psychological effects of gaslighting. The persistent manipulation and deceit can create a storm of confusion, self-doubt, and fear in the mind of the victim, gradually chipping away at their mental health. Over time, this mental storm can manifest as anxiety. Victims may find themselves constantly on edge, second-guessing their every action and decision, fearing the next wave of manipulation. This heightened state of worry and fear can be emotionally and physically draining, leading to chronic fatigue and other health issues. Depression is another potential outcome. The continuous self-doubt and feelings of worthlessness can lead to a deep sense of despair. Victims may withdraw from their social circles, lose interest in activities they once enjoyed, and struggle with feelings of hopelessness. In more severe cases, victims may even develop post-traumatic stress disorder, or PTSD. This typically occurs when the gaslighting is so intense and prolonged that it results in a traumatic experience. Symptoms can include flashbacks, nightmares, severe anxiety, and uncontrollable thoughts about the event. Given the severity of these effects, it's crucial to understand that victims may require professional help to overcome them. Therapists and counselors trained in dealing with psychological abuse can provide the necessary support and guidance. They can help victims rebuild their self-esteem, regain their sense of reality, and develop coping mechanisms to deal with any residual effects of the abuse. Remember, it's not just about the immediate confusion and doubt. The long-term effects can be deeply damaging. Gaslighting doesn't just shake the branches of the tree, it attacks the roots, leaving lasting damage that requires time, patience, and professional help to heal. Recognizing gaslighting is the first step towards dealing with it. Gaslighting can often be subtle, making it hard to identify. It's essential to trust your instincts and feelings. If you frequently question your memory or reality, it could be a sign you're being gaslighted. Other indicators might include feeling confused, anxious, or isolated. Once you've recognized gaslighting, it's crucial not to engage with the gaslighter in their game. This doesn't mean you should ignore them, but rather avoid arguing or justifying your perspective. Remember, their intention is to make you doubt yourself, and engaging in their game will only further their goal. Seeking help is a vital step in dealing with gaslighting. Reach out to trusted friends or family members who can provide emotional support and validation. It's important to share your experiences with those who can affirm your reality and feelings. They can help you see the situation more clearly and provide the reassurance you need. Professional help can also be invaluable when dealing with gaslighting. Therapists or counselors trained in dealing with psychological manipulation can provide tools and strategies to cope. They can also help you rebuild self-esteem and confidence that may have been eroded by the gaslighting. Establishing boundaries with the gaslighter is another essential step. This might mean limiting your interactions with them or cutting off contact entirely. It's important to prioritize your mental health and well-being. Make it clear that their manipulative behavior is not acceptable. Finally, self-care is of utmost importance. Engaging in activities that boost your mood and self-esteem can be effective in combating the effects of gaslighting. This could include exercise, pursuing hobbies, or practicing mindfulness and meditation. While it's challenging to deal with gaslighting, remember you're not alone, and there are resources available to help. It's a journey, but with the right tools and support, you can reclaim your reality and regain your sense of self-worth. Gaslighting is a dangerous form of psychological manipulation that can happen to anyone, anywhere. We've delved into the murky depths of gaslighting, explored real-life case studies in both romantic and professional settings, and scrutinized its psychological impact. Remember, the first step is recognizing the signs. Equipped with these tips, you're better prepared to navigate and counteract gaslighting. Awareness is key. By understanding gaslighting and its impacts, we can better protect ourselves and others from this form of manipulation.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I truly hope it has shed some light on the complex and challenging issue of gaslighting, and that it can be a helpful resource for you or someone you know. If you need further support or have any questions, please don't hesitate to visit our website, voicesunderpressure.com, and reach out to me through our contact form. Remember, you are not alone. Your experiences and feelings are valid, and there is support available. And if you found this video useful, please consider subscribing to our channel for more content on this and other important topics. We're here to provide you with the information and support you need. Thanks again for watching, and take care.